Hi everybody, I'm Derek Simon, editor of US Racing, and I'm often asked the question how you go about betting a horse race. Well, there are basically two types of bets, straight bets and what are known as exotic bets. We'll get to each in its turn. Let's start off with the straight bets. This is your win, place, and show wagers. Now, win wager is betting a horse to win, to cross the wire first and be declared the official winner. Of course, there are disqualifications in horse racing, so you got to wait until the race is actually official. But if your horse wins, you will cash on this bet. A place bet is betting that your horse will finish second or better. So if it wins, you'll still cash the place bet, but as you might expect, the payoff is going to be quite a bit lower. And of course, show bets are betting that a horse finishes first, second, and third. Now, I do want to take just a second to distinguish between American racing and racing across the pond. Racing across the pond, a lot of times the place bet combines the place and show bets in America, depending on field size. So do be aware of that. But at least in America, when you bet to win, it's betting your horse is going to finish first. If you bet to place, it's second or better. If you bet to show, it's third or better. Now let's talk about some of the more popular exotic bets. Of course, one of the most popular is the Exacta Bet, or Exactor, as my Canadian friends would say. Now, in this type of a bet, you're betting a horse to finish first and second in exact order. So that's very important. So if your horse wins that you think is going to win, if the horse that you think finishes second, you cash on that bet. Of course, most people will wheel these. They'll bet maybe one horse on top and three horses on the bottom in the second place slot in the Exacta. A lot of different ways. Or an Exacta box, that's when you just pick a number of horses and they can finish in any order. Of course, these tickets will cost you more money, so be aware of that. Let's talk about the trifecta. Trifecta is betting a horse to finish first, well, not one horse, but several horses to finish first, second, and third. So if you pick them in exact order, you will hit the trifecta bet. And once again, people will often employ multiple combinations to hit a trifecta bet. And we'll have more on strategies in a later video, but for right now, I'm just explaining the bet. So that's what a trifecta is. A superfecta is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And a high five, which is not at all tracks, but that, of course, is the top 5 finishers. As you might imagine, just a little bit of money management or betting strategy here, it's much, much easier to pick first, second, third, and so forth. In other words, it gets harder as you go down the line. That's why I'm one that believes you should probably fan out in those lower spots. But that's what those bets are. Now, one other bet to talk about is the Quinella. That's not near as popular as it used to be. At the dog track where I grew up, it was a really popular bet. That's betting the first and second place finishers in either order. And again, whenever you're getting a better deal, so to speak, remember that the price is going to reflect that. So in the Quinella, you're not going to get near as much as if you bet an Exacta. But it is an interesting bet, especially if you have some short prices in there, because a lot of times the Exacta will be overbet. So again, just to kind of summarize, we've got the win bet, that's betting a horse will finish first. The place bet, second or better. The show bet, third, second, or first, or third or better, probably an easier way of saying it. And of course the Exacta, betting the first and second place finishers in exact order. The trifecta is the first, second, and third place finishers in exact order. The superfecta, the first, second, third, and fourth place finishers in exact order. And before I run out of breath, the high five, the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth place finishers in exact order. Again, we'll have more videos talking about how you can go about betting some of these with a little bit of strategy, maybe give yourself a little better chance to win. But this at least gives you an idea as to what you're doing in the first place.